What's up?
Good evening, late evening, good night, okay. What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? Short Fuse, Andrew, what's up, dude?
What's up, Cody? What's up, James? Crazy Eight Legs, what's up?
Good to see you guys.
Hey, Kelly.
I'm happy you guys can make it, man. We've got a lot to get into. I mean, like, overload.
But it's interesting.
Like, last minute, overload.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
For sure.
So, La Palma is still erupting. Actually,
Yeah.
we had some new explosions today, I think.
Right. Big time. I actually got those on video. I was recording those.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's awesome.
It was pretty hardcore. Actually notified you. That's insane. Yeah, well, that's good news. Good news.
Right.
Kelly, what's up? Good to see you. So, how are you guys doing this evening? What is it, Monday evening? Oh, that sucks.
TV from childhood, right?
I know.
It is Monday. Monday blues, but that's okay. You know. It's an everyday blues nowadays. It's 2021. No, I'm just kidding. It's everything. It's all, that's all good.
It's ready to be, like, overloaded.
It's fall. Pumpkins, I don't care.
Pumpkins?
Right.
You got me something pumpkin today.
I did, and you didn't like it.
Well, because it was like a flavor shock. I asked for a coffee. I get a pumpkin.
You didn't ask for anything. I got it because I was just like, you know what he needs? Pumpkin coffee.
Pumpkin coffee. Crazy Horse, what's up? Good to see you guys. What is up? You guys, what?
I'm so excited.
Notifications
this is awesome.
went out.
It's been like forever.
I'm like shocked that notifications went out. Anyway, all right, so we'll go ahead and we can switch it up into getting into the first thing. I kind of wanted to start off by getting somebody on your radar because they're onto it, I think. Onto something. Dealing with Gabby Petito.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Which I initially did not look into.
Yeah, I was kind of passing it by because I got really caught up in the Chris Watts thing. Like, too caught up, I think. It made me sad. It was a sad story, and I got really caught up in that for like months. I think females are more inclined to that, and so any updates, I was just wanting to know, and so I didn't want to do that.
The betrayal, the bereavement.
Right. And
well, do you mind if I pull it up?
Not at all.
All right, let's switch over.
And eventually I cracked and was like, okay, what's going on?
I am actually going to pause this until later.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this isn't directly to do with Gabby Petito.
We'll
this is the beginning of a kind of a little short rabbit hole that we have for you for the beginning of this segment or this little roundup.
So on to people who have those kinds of interests or just, I don't know, it's just an interest. And so if you're into 411, Missing
411, I've never read the novel, but I've heard people tell stories from the 411 log or whatever record.
Right. Well, and specifically around national forests. And so this is interesting because this is a guy who went missing in late September of this year, around the same time, in late August of this year, around the same time as Gabby. Now, it's on the other side of the forest, but, I mean, that's not exactly a quantum leap. And then
wait until I show you more.
Right. Once we get into more, I don't know, it's just interesting. So, this is Robert Bob Lowry. He vanished in Wyoming, and now near the Black Canyon Trail in Bridger Teton National Forest near Grand Teton National Park, which that's where Gabby went missing. His family's been searching for weeks, and the tip line was pretty much dead until Gabby Petito's case became so popular, and then they got a lot, but his kind of fell down. And so anyway, there's a lot of missing persons. This gentleman, or it's just interesting that it's around the same time.
Right, you're right.
And the same general area. And when you combine that with the fact, the 411 and people going missing all the time in national forests, I don't know.
There's definitely, I take that even further with that, but you know me.
Right.
Anyway, I don't mean to, so look, Crazy Horse actually had a really good comment. She says, Mr. Ballin does good 411 stories.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That's actually where I really heard the most 411 stories.
Yep.
So Mr. Ballin on YouTube, TikTok, whatever he's on.
Yep.
He's a good source. Mr. B. Allen.
Yes.
whatever,
Yes.
something like that.
Right.
Something like that. Anyway.
So I don't know, and like I don't know. Can I go tinfoil hat for a second?
Well, so are you have you derived everything from this story to try to correlate?
Yeah, scroll down just a little bit. So Lee, who's the girl who is, calling the
Is
reporters.
that Lee or Lay?
Well, I say Lee.
Lay Lowry or Lee Lowry? Anyway.
I thought Lee, but I could be wrong. So this is her brother, and she said that he had recently resigned from his job in real estate and had left his house in Houston, Texas on August 19th to travel and go on various hiking and camping trips before settling into a new work venture. But he has 2 children, ages 10 and 15, and he talks to them every day, multiple times a day, and then he just stopped. Scroll down. And so August 19th was the last time anybody saw him. And like, there's been no bank account like nothing has happened on his bank account. Nothing has happened on his phone. And so basically they've just been looking for him. And so it's just interesting.
Near Black Canyon.
Which like I said, it's on the other side of the forest from where Gabby went. But I don't know, if you think about grander scales, like we used to cover, Random Nautica.
That's right. The Randonautica is a tie-in. I don't have anything for the screen, but I'm going to say it.
Right.
The Randonautica is a definite tie-in where who knows?
Right.
Some of those people in that video where we covered, these quests or whatever they were going on this app, goodness gracious, some of them, it was just a little unexplainable. There are people out in the woods either living out there in RVs and like little trailer parks and
or
public land.
Little,
who knows?
Little makeshift living huts. I came across one in our state park up here.
That's right.
A friend and I were walking, and we went pretty far, like over 1.5 miles into like beyond the trail. And we came up on the spot that had this triangle picnic table.
It looked super esoteric, occultic.
It was so weird.
I've got pictures and video and everything.
And then there was like this hut.
What we're saying is, who are these people out there doing this artistic, occultic, weird forestry work with like little to no evidence? Like, I don't know. Anyway. It ties in really weird shit. So that kind of stuff in the forest reminded Tiff of the kind of things that people were finding going on these little trips, on these adventures with the Randonautica stuff.
Yep.
And then I think there might be a correlation to folks living out, not just rural. I mean, out in the national parks potentially. You would think they would be so heavily surveilled either via satellite or whatever, but who knows what entities may even be allowing it? Or, who knows these days? I don't know. I don't.
There's just so many stories, and they're really bizarre. I don't know how crazy we want to get in it, but
Are you ready to take this to the next level here?
Yes.
Okay. All
so
right.
Combine that.
So do you want me to close this down?
Yeah, go ahead.
And close that out. So now we bring you to Ryan Upchurch.
Now, mind you, so that guy that we were just looking at went missing on the opposite side of the Grand Teton National Forest around the same time. Now, go ahead.
Okay.
Apparently, this was posted. Listen, this is some real deal information, probably. It could be, so I'm putting it out here. Apparently, this was posted on Brian Laundrie's story. Okay? Now, listen, I don't know if he's on there or if it's somebody else, but I am going to say this. Whoever took this story is standing up. And obviously there's a TV in front of him that's off because you can see the reflection in the background. But watch this. When you move in, click this, pull it down, like, shit. Pull it down. Dude. Plain as day. Ear, eyeball, nose, mouth.
So I think because a copy of a copy.
Right.
So he's trying to show a reflection, which is a copy, on a cell phone off of a screen, and now I'm trying to show y'all off of another screen. So it may not come through, but he's going to do an outline later, which might show it better.
Look, Upchurch, if you see this, forgive us, man. We're not monetized, but
I don't think he's going to see
I don't think he'll
really
see us either, but I'm hoping that there's no copyright issues here, but it's very
but it's
interesting.
good info.
Yeah, so go get it straight from the source, but we're going to play it.
dark eyebrows, and he has hair.
Right here.
There's dude's ear. He has some big ass ears.
Eye and a nose. See, there's an eye. There's an eye.
So then I started looking up vehicles that have like wood grain and old CRT TVs in them, and I found something that's similar, you know, make and model. This is a used 1994 Itasca by Winnebago, and if you notice, look, it's at a slightly bit different angle. I'm not saying this is the person, but I'm saying this is the kind of vehicle. Look, rearview mirror. Here's that glare that you seen because they were standing on the other side, so the glare would have been, you know, a little closer to the corner right here from the door being open. See, look at this. So after doing some looking, I found out, you know, where the family who was vlogging and seen his van, I found where that was, and then I found where the area where her body was found. All right, so check this out. Grand Teton National Park. Here's where it was found. But if you zoom in and go right down the road, 50 motherfucking feet,
All these abandoned
there's a bunch
RVs.
of fucking RVs.
Who's in those
camping
RVs?
out.
Or
So,
even
yeah.
if it was Brian, he could have gone to those RVs. And anyway, it's just interesting. Like a group of people could have been in those RVs. Like, you know what I mean? Like the possibilities are endless.
Exactly. Okay. I mean, come on now. I mean, you talk about a national park near the Grand Canyon. You talk
Right,
about a
right.
stone's throw. Somebody so there's private land near them. Possibly.
I don't know.
We have to
I
do
don't
more
know.
digging.
But listen, right. So there's more to it though.
Okay.
Could there have been a third person?
Or
Did he
possibly a
give
fourth.
Someone his phone? Maybe. What if he went there and someone already there knew he was coming there, but she didn't? And he had another phone or logged into his Facebook with somebody else's phone that was obviously right down the road in an RV. I mean, that doesn't... Dude, even if somebody did hack his account, unless you were around this place right here, how would you know to even post some shit like that? You would have to have been in on it.
Okay. All right. Now hold on.
Right.
Got one more.
No, two more.
Two more. I don't want to take everything.
I know,
But-
but it's good info.
Canyon.
It's very astute observations.
Texas Pride said,
Teton
I let
National
Ryan know. Hey, bro fist to Texas Pride. Appreciate that. And what's up if you do see this, Ryan? I doubt it, but possibly. You might know Texas Pride.
That's extremely far away to be tagged in the same thing as Grand Teton National Park. From point A to point B is 10 hours and 45 minutes in a car, 655 miles. All right, so look, I went on Instagram and I did hashtag Grand Teton, or however you say it, National Park. And I scrolled through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures. So I started screenshotting a lot of shit that looked odd to me. Anything that was like in the same area, same time frame, anything from like September 5th to September 11th. So then I'm looking through the top post of hashtag Grand Teton National Park, and I see a picture that shows up in the top post, but now it doesn't say that. It says it's tagged the Grand Canyon, which is 10 hours away.
Now, hold up.
But look at the date at the bottom of the picture. But if you go to the timeline that everybody's been drawing out, there's a gap between September 1st and September 11th. September 1st, Brian returns home. September 11th, Gabby reported missing. So the same profile that I found under the Grand Teton National Park hashtags, the top hashtags, that had the Grand Canyon that is almost 11 hours away tagged in their picture, also posted a picture saying that they were in Antelope Canyon. Guess when? September 11th. The same day, Gabby Petito was reported missing. Now, do you remember the video that surfaced that said Brian went live and he was on a boat?
Another rumor floating around that he appeared on Instagram Live accidentally for 2 to 3 seconds and viewers saw water as if he were on a boat. And that's the real reason why the FBI called off the investigation in the Florida Wildlife Refuge.
Now, hold on. Let me show you what Antelope Canyon looks like. This is Antelope Canyon. Look at all this water everywhere. And look, how convenient.
I didn't get it.
An
at this
airport.
point. I was
Not
like, so
only
what's
that,
the
dude.
timing of
Listen to
the
this.
wraps?
When Gabby Petito was reported missing on September 11th, From September 11th and backwards, this Instagram account, they're not covering their face at all. And they're in hospitals and everything. From September 11th forward on this Instagram that I found, they're either wearing a corona mask or they're not even looking at the camera. So you mean to tell me this person a couple months ago is not wearing a mask nowhere, not covering their face nowhere, not even in a hospital? Shit, they weren't even covering their face or avoiding the camera on September 8th when they were up there where they were at Grand Trentino National Park, whatever it's called. But now they're outside at another park wearing a mask and not looking at the camera? That's weird. So I was like, what the fuck? He's going live. They still ain't found him. Weird. They were in the same national park around the same time. The van was found down the street from a bunch of RVs. Well, earlier this morning, I found the post where apparently Brian Laundrie posted a story on his Facebook. And that Facebook was linked to his Instagram, which are both missing now. And listen, bro, you can say whatever you want. Oh, no, he got hacked. Oh, that was fake. I don't give a shit. It was hooked to that, and guess what? That picture was taken inside of an RV, and RVs were right down the street. When I was looking at the story that was posted on Brian Laundrie's Facebook, I zoomed in to the TV that's off, that is in the RV. And I said, bro, that looks like there's a face in that mug. All right, bear with me. Nose hole, nose hole. Shape of nose. Right here. Eyeball. Eyeball.
I see it.
Right.
Dark, short hairline right here.
I'm sorry for the cuss words, y'all.
Area where his mouth is.
Hold
now
on.
watch when I erase everything.
This looks like that pencil.
Wait.
post.
This isn't like
I know.
I see.
Yeah.
I see
it. I see it.
Then I went to
Hold on.
this mysterious person's Instagram we're talking about right now, and I started
Mini, what's
skimming
up?
through his pictures and
Unspecified.
screenshotting his pictures. So then I put the face that's in the TV in the RV that was on Brian Laundrie's Facebook, and I take this mysterious guy's face and put them side by side.
Oh snap! Do you see the nose?
Right. Maybe it's nothing,
Maybe it's nothing. Give you a second to look at that.
but he had really interesting points. And then, wait, there's more.
Boris.
What the fuck? Dude, my fucking
It's like
brain
he heard
hurts.
your comment.
All right. I'm
Matt,
not
what's up?
gonna tell everybody what this Instagram is, because I could be fucking wrong. If the FBI sees this, please don't kick open my door, because if you do, my old lady's
there's
gonna
another
kick my
video where
fucking
he
ass.
had posted there's a missing girl that looks just like the girl that he was with.
From Yucca Valley, California. All right, you motherfuckers think I'm crazy after
Sorry
this?
about the cussing.
Something's fucking wrong with y'all. So remember earlier when I took the face out of the
He's
fucking
very
TV screen
interested.
inside the RV and I matched it with another guy's face that I went searching for under the hashtag of Grand Trentino National Park? Yeah, you remember that, asshole? Do you remember how far away Grand Trentino National Park was from the Grand Canyon? 10 fucking hours, right? Yeah, asshole? Grand Canyon National Park,
Sheriff
which
Ryan
is where
Church.
I got that picture from of the guy and matched it to the RV face, is only 5 hours and 59 minutes away from Yucca Valley, California. Well, guess what happened in Yucca Valley, California on June 28th? This is Lauren Cho. Lauren Cho was last seen on June 28th, walking away from a home she had been staying at in Yucca Valley, California. This is Lauren Cho. So when I looked at that weird Instagram this morning that had a hashtag and it was tagging the Grand Canyon for no fucking reason, and I matched a face to what I seen in the TV screen, everybody's like, oh no, you should go to fucking bed. Well, good thing I fucking did. I just showed y'all the male's face this morning.
Yes. Hold up.
Now I'm gonna show you the female face that's on the same fucking Instagram. Hell, I'll put them side by side for you. The woman on the left is missing, still. The woman on the right is on the same Instagram as the dude is. Oh, what is that? Double, triple coinky dink? Yeah, fuck you.
Anyway, you gotta love him, Church.
Yeah, you gotta love him.
So that's interesting, isn't it?
I think it's interesting. That's the end of our Gabby
Right,
Petito
right.
rabbit hole of what we've looked into and what we know about it.
Very interesting. And then when you combine that with some of the other ones, I'm praying for the families. But I think I don't know, like, it was just the solstice. So maybe there was, I was just saying, there's people that go dancing in the woods naked. I don't know.
That dog stray, what's up, man? Bro fist. Boris, what's up? The Dank Crusader, what's up? I just want to say what's up to you guys. Sorry, I didn't get to. Unspecified V, very thankful to have you here.
Yes.
So...
All right, so that was the.
I'm hesitant to get into this next news.
Oh yeah, okay, y'all. This was terrible. Bus driver fatally stabbed in front of his elementary school passengers. At the time that I was reading this, it was unprovoked. It was about 3 p.m. and none of the children were attacked. A man just came on the bus and started attacking the driver while the kids were watching.
For no reason.
And the bus driver crashed into, but not, it just veered off and into, I believe, a pole or something.
Cody says, I'm not seeing the face. Totally understand.
Right. No. Yeah. Totally understand.
I barely saw it.
I only saw it when
I'm afraid I would have you go and check out the video itself on Ryan's channel.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid it's too much copy of a copy of a copy.
Right. I could see it on his, but only when he wrote it out, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do see that. So
it wasn't until he put it side by side where I was like, oh,
right.
Okay.
But then your mind does funny things too.
That's right. It's called cornophilia.
Right. If it's implied, it's like, oh yeah, I could see that, so it is.
Sometimes you see something in the clouds.
But it's interesting enough to be worth looking at.
Hey, I think it's interesting enough.
Okay, so back to this. No students were injured. I can't, as of right now, they don't have any motivation. And so those kids, the important thing, well, two things. One is, are we going to see increase in violent attacks altogether? It's not just anti-gun laws in the UK, and it's also weapon.
Right.
So, because I was just thinking that, I was like, well, I mean, it wasn't a gun, I guess, but then it's like, oh no, it's still just...
Actually, it would be interesting to know what state this was.
Washington State.
Well, I don't know about they don't have very restrictive gun laws to my knowledge.
I'm not familiar with them.
I'm not familiar with Washington State gun laws, but you're seeing a massive increase in stabbings in UK and whatnot.
I believe it.
So much to the point to where they're going to ban any sharp object with points, like knives, like kitchen knives. You can look it up. They're going to get rid of the tips of the knives, like a cleaver. Right. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like no tip.
Well, I don't know, but these poor children, they're elementary school kids. So what do you do with that? Do you just try to sweep it under the rug and pretend nothing happened? Do you tell them everything that happened? It's just that's a tough position to be in.
I would definitely be open.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, but I'm saying
on a parental basis with my kid, I'd wouldn't press them or like pry very much, but I'd try.
Right, I know, and then
talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as an administrative level, dude, I don't know. You got a bus load full of parents basically who can sue.
Right.
That's terrible.
Well, but
how's this the school's fault? I have no idea.
That's not the school's fault whatsoever. I mean, maybe sue the guy that came in and did it, but if there's no motivation, that's probably,
maybe sue the state. Happened on a school bus. I have no idea. That's awful to hear this.
It is.
That's terrible.
It is.
But there is a rather evil element, if I have to say. I'm going to go ahead and bring it there. Esoterically, with different secret orders and groups and whatnot. And, sometimes in different, like, let's just say not even occultic, let's just say Crips and Bloods, certain levels require you to kill innocent to be a men of mayhem, or to be further trusted into the inner circles. You know what I mean? They require you to kill someone who's innocent and did nothing to you.
Yeah, but this was the adults. But yeah, I mean, like it is
adult.
It was the adult driver.
Yeah, the adult driver didn't do anything.
No, well,
an innocent driver.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, interesting. It's sad. It's sad to see.
I mean, if you're thinking of some nefarious secret group, it could have required that it had been public. And what's more public than a school bus?
It's just interesting. You see the waves, and I look at things like what time of the like where's the relevance to the full moon? I don't know. I probably look too far into things. I don't know, but we can get off of this one. It was very tragic. Our prayers are with the children and, of course, the family of the bus driver.
Changing gears. Okay, guys. Time to put on, get your tin foil out, guys.
Again.
Your aluminum foil, whatever you want.
Put it back on.
Okay. We're going back down the rabbit hole. Does this video prove that, you know who, Bo Jiden, does not exist? I don't know about does not exist, but I've heard some stuff.
Hang on 1 second. I'm so sorry. Ghetto Prepper says that's a Prepper Channel's grandpa that was killed in this story.
What?
Look up Heartland Survival here on YouTube. That was his grandpa. Oh, that's terrible.
My gosh.
That is terrible. We'll have to look him up and send our condolences. Prepper, thank you for letting us know.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. That was just very interesting.
Whoa.
All right. So yeah, it's a little off, right? But it is interesting because I look at old pictures. I'm like, it just doesn't even look the same. Sometimes he has an incredibly creepy, eerie smile. Whoa. Those eyes are way different.
Can you tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish this song?
Different color eyes. Whoa, that creeps me out. That smile creeps me out. That doesn't creep anybody out.
That's the most popular president. That's the most votes in history right there.
That looks like one of the demon faces from like The Devil's Advocate. I'm not accusing him of being a demon. I'm just saying that smile.
Your honest review, okay? Unspecified podcast, honest review. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say, is it age, or is this a different dude? Well, I mean, I'm not putting you on. Don't feel put on the spot.
I get that.
I'm looking for myself right now. I'm going to make a judgment call. Based on this, yes. This is for entertainment purposes only.
But it would say that, hold on, pause it.
All right, no, okay, that's,
his eyes are way different there. That doesn't even, and his bags hang differently, and his nose is, look at the hook on the end of his nose.
Looks like they got the hairline just about right, but not the
mouth
wrinkles.
is about right.
What's up?
The ears are different. The one on the left has lobes, and the one on the right is...
plastic surgery, perhaps.
I'm sure.
You think Ghetto Prepper says he's AI with robotics. Don't creep me out, man. Don't make me think about... Nah. He's still a dude in a mask, at least. I'm just playing.
And I mean, like, doppelgangers are a thing. I'm sure that if there's a security threat or something... I don't know. I really don't know.
Unspecified V is calling out his earlobes and his hairline. Let's look at it a little bit more real quick.
Doesn't belong.
You know,
okay, that one looks like aging. I could buy that one, even though it is different.
Earlobes,
Look
though.
Look at the cheekbones. And the one on the right, his cheekbones.
But your cheekbones can be edited with Botox.
Okay.
You can lift that. You can lift that stuff up. But the earlobes, Unspecified V nailed it, dude. You can't get away that those earlobes are different ears, maybe. Well, I don't know. If you look at the top of the ears,
the forehead's different.
I know you guys can't see this, especially if you're on a phone view. I wish there was a way for me to zoom in. Let's go back over here and see if there's something we can. Whoa, most popular president in America's history, right there, folks. Sir smells a lot.
It's not his fault. He clearly had to use the restroom and could not get away from this podium.
Sir smells a lot.
Needed one more photo, and this is the smile of a desperate man.
80 million votes.
He's like, please, let me go.
80 million votes. How are you going to keep it from us being able to be in a position where you can manipulate the machines, manipulate the records? Hold on, what is this?
Want to actually have an impact. Now, the second piece you're talking about, which is what people usually mean by election reform, how are you going to keep it from us being able to be in a position where you can manipulate the machines, manipulate the records? The one way to do that is, I think we should pass a federal law mandating that the same machines with paper trails be mandatory for every federal election. That will be a multi-billion-dollar bill for the states because the...
Eddie, what's up, brother? Hilarious.
Doesn't matter. I don't know. You know.
That is okay. Sorry, that face does that too. I'm sorry. Okay, so sorry. We were just looking at this.
It's the.
There's an article out
freaks
on USA Magazine. Okay,
Freaks
like
me out.
mainstream media. Does this video prove president? No, I don't know if it
Okay, now
proves
look,
anything. I'm not saying it proved anything.
Because look at the way his mouth is curving. I'm sorry. I get fixated. It's like, you know those pictures that they gave you as kids? Like, find 5 differences. I loved those. And so I'm like, I'll find the 5 differences. Hold on. Anyway.
No, I'm looking. I'm sorry. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. You ready to move on?
Yeah, no biggie. No biggie.
A little bit more.
You tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish this song.
Anyway. Oh yeah, this was interesting. Let's see. What's up with this?
Welcome to the 3 a.m. lowdown.
I have no idea what I just got you into.
Volcano erupts on Spain's Canary Islands, sending lava spilling down La Palma's streets. A volcanic eruption on La Palma sent oozing lava through the streets of populated areas, setting fire to homes and destroying property. Around 10,000 people are being evacuated.
Y'all go check out 3 a.m. Lowdown if you want to hear. See it there? Did you see it?
No.
It was over here. Now it's up
Oh,
there.
I see it. I see it.
But it came in from the side.
Oh,
there it goes again.
snap.
It's a fish.
It's a fish.
Like it comes in. Oh, darn it. I don't know. There was a video that you had showed me, and we don't have it.
I want to see it. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Wow. I don't know. It could be a drone.
Right. Oh,
That's immediately what people are going to say. It's a drone.
Makes sense.
Okay, how do you explain the light emanating from it? It's LEDs on it, bro.
I don't know, but
It's
it really
the
does make sense
LEDs.
that they would have something to National Geographic or something like that to try to get video or but I don't know. Then again, maybe not. But there was a video that you showed of the explosion, like,
Well, right before Volcano went off, you see this beam. Boom.
and then
Yeah.
no, this one exploding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had shown me this video of this one exploding, and like you could see the wave, the shock wave coming up, and I mean it looked like a bomb, like a you know, an A bomb or something. Not an A bomb, but I don't know.
Independent Mini, thank you so much for that. They grabbed the link for this video if you would like to see more.
Yes.
To 3 a.m. Lowdown over on YouTube. Go subscribe. Or not.
Right.
It's up
Your
to you.
choice.
It's up to you.
Just a little interesting tidbit we found.
Really good channel. Interesting little thing I found.
In a world full of crazy headlines, we're going to find the weirdest.
Mass shooting at Tennessee Kroger grocery store leaves at least 14 injured and 2 dead, including suspected shooter.
Yeah, I know this was just a follow-up. I know we had touched base on this, but they did confirm what that woman was saying. That, you know, there was a woman whose
mother-in-law works at the Kroger store told Fox 13 Memphis that the shooter had just got fired. She told reporters that he shot a store manager in the face, but that the manager was going to be okay. Oh, I remember this interview.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this interview. Okay. A reporter from WREG News Channel 3 said that an anonymous law enforcement source confirmed to him that the shooter was a former employee who... Okay, so this is a sushi department. Okay, so this is a disgruntled employee in Tennessee. That's the story. That's the official story.
Right.
And I heard of something in Germany of a guy who shot somebody because they asked him to show a vaccine passport or something in Germany.
What?
Yeah.
We'll have to pull that up for the next one.
So and you know, so I think that, like, man, that is some of the psychological operation working.
Right.
That's what they want.
Right.
They want to make...
Interesting that we're seeing an increase in the grocery store because so forgive me, anybody that's feminist out there, I don't mean any disrespect here, but who typically in a typical family structure, who goes to the grocery store? Women.
That's right.
And so you're picking basically a place of statistically lower chance of having an armed, and now granted, this is a different scenario because this was an ex-employee, but I'm thinking back to that other grocery store shooting earlier this year. Was it last year? Do you remember? There was like 10 people in the live cams. There was just bodies everywhere.
Colorado.
Yeah. Interesting that, you know what I mean? A grocery store, you're not saying there's not going to be men there. Of course there are. Not saying that women don't carry. Of course there are. But statistically speaking, women carry less often than men. So you're not going to have as hard of a target.
It's really a mixed bag. But I think everyone's guard down is at the grocery store. And in many areas, and I would only know about Louisiana, we usually have a sheriff's deputy there or a municipal police officer or multiple will be hanging out, especially before, during, and after holidays.
Right. Cody's wife makes him go to the grocery store, and I think we should discuss that.
Thanks, Code. Thanks, man.
No way. You'd come home with all snacks. No food.
You know what? That's actually nah. I'll just buy beef and make jerky.
Yes,
that could be a good idea.
Right. There's those people that eat raw meat and they live. They live.
You don't shop where I shop, LMA. Well, another thing I was going to say is,
yeah,
I think
I'm realizing I may have made an overgeneralized statement.
In general, though, I would support what you said by saying that, it's a mixed bag of gender doesn't really matter. Everyone's guard is usually down. Only those crazy bearded dudes that are always,
right.
Like me.
Well,
okay.
And in our area, a couple of years back, we were seeing a lot of attempted kidnappings in grocery stores, which makes sense because you're going down the aisle, you're paying attention to what you need to purchase, and as long as the child is contained, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm just saying, you're not really putting as much of an eye as you should be, maybe. Sometimes I know I fall guilty of that when it's just me and the kids. Sometimes you're paying attention to things going on around you. And so, like, there was a guy in the city a couple years back that had got a machete and was trying to take a woman's child from her via
when that stuff started to happen.
Point.
When that stuff started to happen was when I was like, yeah, okay, the store runs is going to be just one of us. And
and that's when I really started paying attention when that started happening. We only
recently started having like the kids like.
Yeah, but I really like. Honestly, that's when I started paying attention. When I would go to the grocery store, it was like, yeah, this is my downtime. Get a little snack. Not obviously it's more intense than that, but it wasn't something that I was worried about until it was.
That's hilarious. Can of baked beans to the noggin, and I'm out of fake bike jail again. Facebook jail, okay. For now, okay.
Boris, Texas doesn't count. Everybody has guns in Texas.
Texas is an actual decent, like...
Oh, I know. I love Texas.
Well, what I mean is, there are more people carrying than you would imagine. I
remember watching Miss Congeniality, and she was like, she said something. She's like, he had a gun, and the pageant director was like, it's Texas. My florist has a gun.
Yeah. Well, let's.
Anyway, moving on.
Disinfection station.
Oh, this was dang it! It subverts to this. We'll have to get
one.
We'll have to get the right one, but China has these.
Oh, I'm down.
Portal-looking disinfection chambers that you walk through in the city.
Oh, that's right.
And like they've got the disinfectant that goes in the air and everything, and you're supposed to be in it for something like 30 seconds, and it just like. Like all around you, think of, at the airport when you're doing an x-ray scan, it's kind of like that, except round. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting, but of course it went to the wrong thing. So disregard.
Oh.
If you're in the market for a sanitation machine, then there you go.
What was this one?
Lucky. Nessie, sorry.
Is this real?
Well, as real as you like, I suppose. Depends on the person. Do you see it there?
Not really.
You got to use your eyes and imagination a little bit. There,
That?
right there. Yeah.
It looks more like a sunk boat.
I don't appreciate your skepticism, sir.
Okay. All right.
That's Nessie.
Well, I'm glad they're keeping that legend going. Look, into more like crazy stuff. This just happened. R&B superstar R. Kelly convicted in sex trafficking trial. That's kind of crazy, though. Y'all know how long this has been? I mean,
He is 54 now. Wow.
that's disgusting. But basically, it was all true, and
Right. Or
and
it's-
even worse than maybe you heard.
Several accusers testified in lurid detail during the trial, alleging that Kelly subjected them to perverse and sadistic whims when they were underage. You know, he was married to Aaliyah when she was like 15.
So he it's possible that, I mean, he faces the possibility of decades in prison for crimes including violating the Mann Act, an anti-sex trafficking law that prohibits taking anyone across state lines for any immoral purpose. Sentencing is scheduled for May 4th.
Yes.
One of Kelly's lawyers, Devereaux Kanik, said he was disappointed and hoped to appeal. Weird boy. I think I'm even more disappointed the government brought the case in the first place, given all the inconsistencies. So that's what his lawyer said.
Inconsistencies. It seems pretty consistent that R. Kelly's been in trouble for this stuff throughout the years.
For years, the public and news media seemed to be more amused than horrified by allegations of inappropriate relationships with minors, starting with Kelly's illegal marriage to the R&B phenomenon Aaliyah in 1994 when she was just 15. Whoa. 1994? Okay. All right. Well, that's it.
Interesting.
So that just happened. So, all right. This is just something I wanted to get on your radar. Record shattered. 73 container ships stuck waiting off California. Okay. If you got to think about 73 container ships now. Okay. And what is on those? Now, I know it's not all just fresh,
Right.
It's not fresh fruits and veggies, but
And I'm sure there's some refrigeration, but I've heard that like some are waiting for like up to a week. I've heard of some reports even longer, not from Los Angeles. But ew, it's kind of gross if you think about your food. Wow. Just sitting there, if that's the case.
Aerial
or your
video.
shipments, how many of y'all are missing Amazon packages?
Aerial video of ships at anchor in San Pedro Bay, taken September 9th by Matt McLeland, VP of Sustainability and Innovation of Covenant. Be interesting to look into that.
So we've, between the shipments being delayed and having issues coming in, wasn't there a hacking of grain, like a cyber
Limits on land. The Southern California Gateway is acting like the narrow tube on a funnel. Ocean volumes pour in from Asia and can only flow out at a certain velocity due to terminal limitations as well as limitations of warehouses, trucking, and rail beyond the terminal. Okay. When the flow into the top of the funnel is too great, as it is now, it creates an overflow in the form of ships at anchor or adrift. What? This offshore ship queue is equivalent to a mass floating warehouse for container-sized imports whose size is only limited by linear ships capacity and U.S. consumer demand. Now, pull out your tinfoil hat because it just came to me. Now, amongst this quote-unquote ship chaos, what could or would an elite, intelligent, sophisticated, aristocratic, occultic society do? What could those be? Enemy troops? No. No one's thinking that. That's just stupid. Oh, snap.
No.
Oh, no, I'm too stupid. I'm stupid. Or could they be building quarantine ships and they're calling them overflow? And you know, I don't know.
No, they got that big, huge cruise liner for that. The biggest cruise ship in the world. No, I don't know. I really do think look, they're trying to jam up food. You know, the supplies are going to be in short stock. How are you going to get caught up for this? California has very stringent.
I mean, on an economic basis alone, but just the theory realm,
right?
Is
yeah, it's high,
icky
but
because of the area and the elites in that area. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're talking about, come on now, that close to Hollywood and whatnot. I don't know.
I don't know. It's very interesting. That's a lot. Ammo, you know, ammo's a shortage. This creates all kinds of
ammo is made here.
shortages.
Okay.
A lot, but not all.
There's like 3
But I
years.
suppose the Russian ban.
That won't affect us until about 3 years from now. They say they're like what is reported is they're on the Russian ammo ban.
Right.
That there was already enough Russian ammo in circulation here to last circulation 3 years before it becomes an issue.
Oh yeah, and then holiday shopping. Yeah, that's another thing everybody's talking about.
That's right.
So I don't know, just
all right, we'll change.
no.
Because
I'm just thinking, you know, because like there's also there was a cyber attack on grain. Do you remember that?
that's right.
And so that's gonna gunk things up. I've seen multiple TikToks of farmers saying that that they were informed that they had to destroy their crop, largely in Nebraska too. That they had to destroy their crop or they wouldn't be eligible for stipends. So and like pour fuel out in roads, like on like dirt roads and stuff. It's crazy what's going on, and it is all coming to a head. So I don't know.
That's awesome to hear, Independent Mini. 4 to 5 months worth of prep. That
That's
is
a blessing.
a good.
That is a blessing.
An excellent benchmark. Not enough water. That's always the tricky. Luckily, in our backyard, all you got to do is dig a couple shovelfuls and you'll hit water. It's terrible. The water table's super low or super
Cody
high.
can only find Russian ammo. Well,
That's right. Jesus saves. That's right. All right. What is that about Alaska's healthcare system? Crashed from a Canadian, and I live here but been busy. Huh. I keep trying to put away some stuff, and my sweetie keeps finding it and eating it. Yeah. That's how that goes.
oh yeah, Rose McGowan. She's been having some stuff go on. Like somebody tried to run her off the road, and then somebody like came and trashed her house. And Upchurch has been kind of gang stalked a little bit. Maybe not, together.
I believe
but
that there is an entity, and no, I'm not talking about the deep state or something like that. I'm talking about other entities.
there's
It's
a lot of
possible
weird
for there to be
stuff
more than
going
one.
on.
Hold on, check this out.
Free of that.
I think what we are dealing with here is pervasive and very, very dark. It's organized, it's well funded, it's pure evil.
Now hold up. Sidney Powell is now claiming that Democrats murdered people in GA to cover up stealing the you know what. Okay. Now she's going to describe what she's dealing with,
Right.
and listen to the words she chooses to use. Okay.
I think what we are dealing with here is pervasive and very, very dark. It's organized, it's well funded, it's pure evil.
Pure evil.
They are willing to kill people, a la Kelly Loeffler's aide in Georgia, who was suddenly blown up in his car on the way to a rally for her. He happened to be dating Governor Kemp's daughter. Governor Kemp was considering, I think, at that point, a signature audit. And then the Georgia Bureau of Investigation agent who was investigating that, he was the lead investigator, was suddenly dead within a week. And suddenly we don't hear anything else about any of that. We are talking about trillions of dollars of global wealth at issue here. The leadership and control of the most powerful country on the face of the earth
Okay.
So this Ron Filipowski says Kelly Loafer's aide died in a multi-vehicle car crash. But so just interesting, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think she hit the nail on the head. All right. Are you ready to see some crazy stuff?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Don't be worried. It's just an attack helicopter.
RIP headphone users. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, no big deal, right?
Well, okay,
I know.
But there is... Do you have that other one?
I do.
Can you imagine with everything going on in Australia right now, seeing that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay, go to...
Okay, so do we have that? I thought I did. Well, it's possible that I don't.
Okay, well, it's okay. I'll pull it up real quick.
Okay.
So basically, there's also a C-11 that was flying around. There is a sun... So sorry. Sorry, here. Hold on here. They're getting ready for a festival, and so they've got like C-11s, C-17 Globemaster 3 rehearses a flyby through the skyline of Brisbane, Australia on September 23rd in preparation for a demonstration in the Sun Super River Fire Festival. What a name, Sun Super River Fire Festival.
Golly.
So they're flying their military planes around the skyscrapers, which is good training too, just in case you ever need to fight aliens in a skyline.
I suppose. So this is in Brisbane.
Yes.
Okay, I'm afraid that regardless of what they call the reason, this is a psychological...
Right. It's like, hey guys, don't forget what we have.
This is Australia, guys.
It's not the time. Like, read the room.
We're not saying that this is happening over I'm not saying this is happening over a protest or something like that, or to intimidate a person or people, but this will circulate, and I don't know if you've seen how totalitarian it is in Australia. We'll get into it.
Right. It's
Hold
just...
on. Let's change gears. Okay. And I don't know if you guys can read this. It says, inflation's silver lining, higher salaries. Inflation has turned $15 an hour wages into setback.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
I can't
believe it could have happened.
How is this happening?
Yeah, it's just consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know.
All right, so let's change gears. This is in Italy. This is at a protest. They removed their helmets in solidarity with the protesters. I'm not crying, you're crying.
I got chills. I love seeing where people come together. Oh, it makes me so happy.
So that's cool.
Very cool. I remember when we saw stuff like that last summer.
All right, switching gears. So, New York Governor Kathy, I don't know how to say her name, says she will deploy medically trained National Guard troops to replace I shouldn't have said that. The unwaxed healthcare workers in hospitals. Okay, so just because, don't freak out. They're not going to cause some kind of strike panic because they don't want it. We're going to put waxed people with the V into the place of the people who don't want the V, and they'll be National Guard. So you see a shortage in school bus people, so they get they deploy the National Guard. You see what I'm saying?
We all said this. Look, defund the police, same thing would have happened. Here, National Guard, or maybe Blue Helmets,
Mandate,
I don't know.
At midnight tonight, when everyone is expected in a hospital in the state of New York or a healthcare facility to have been vaccinated, I will be signing an executive order to give me the emergency powers necessary to address these shortages where they occur. That's going to allow me to deploy the National Guard, who are medically trained, deploy people who've been retired, who may have had a license lapse, bring in people from elsewhere. That is not my first position, though, my friends. My desire is to have the people who've been out there continue to work in their jobs, work in them safely, and to all the other healthcare workers who are vaccinated, they also deserve to know that the people they're working with will not get them sick. And we'll be nation leading with our...
So, from the horse's mouth.
Not
from the
just
horse's mouth.
in New York, also in Indianapolis.
Also in Indianapolis. I don't
What's
have
happening?
it. I don't have it, but you can look it up. In Indianapolis, they are deploying National Guard. Let's see.
I grew up on a military base, and if the National Guard is anything like the Air Force, Motrin, man, that was the joke. Always.
Elijah Schaefer says, "Yikes, if true," and well, yikes.
Yeah.
Australia has some of the strictest gun laws around, yet our freedoms aren't in danger. Australians who won't unlock their phones could face 10 years in jail.
Only 4 hours difference.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. America is so dangerous, we should ban guns so we can't be like Australia. I literally live in a police state. You should see it, guys. I don't know if we're doing enough to portray it. Haven't been looking at for all the videos.
Right.
But
right.
I should we'll have to do
sad.
an Australia roundup.
Yeah, it's sad. It's hard to see. Both sides make some good points.
Right. So that's not allowed. Okay. And the left is like, you can't be like that. And so they push them right into the arms of the right. You know what I mean? It's all a trick. You don't want to be involved with either one of these. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to know what you believe in, know what you stand for, and you don't have to be a part of anyone's team in these situations. Because more people, more problems. When people get together, it's like they get dumber.
Oh yeah,
because everybody expects everybody else to be thinking, but ain't nobody else know what anybody, so anyway.
But that goes in all aspects. What is this?
Look, if you're having a bad day, please remember that a man from Canada known as Michelangelo uses a GPS tracker of his bike rides to draw pictures.
That's excellent. Why not? Like he's got the little claws down there and everything. That is awesome. No music. Yeah, I that's just how I drive.
That's just how I drive now. Yeah.
Am I old?
I wish we could have subtitles in real life because I really can't hear anything anyone is saying to me.
Yes.
That's me.
And I get personally offended. Like you can ask me to repeat myself once or twice, and then if anything beyond that, I'm personally offended. And assuming that you don't understand me and I don't want to talk anymore.
You don't understand? Okay. Okay. You're not hearing me.
It's because of my deviated septum. And so people used to tell me I talked all nasally. And I was very self-conscious about it. And so so if people ask me to repeat myself, I assume it's because I'm nasally. And I'm like, well, I don't want to talk to you anyway. No, my nose is not stuffy.
So what's up with you guys? What do you think? What are your thoughts right now? Not necessarily about anything. Just
Cody says, I've been in the military. No way I'll let some guard guy touch me.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts in closing? I want to know what you guys think.
What do you guys think?
That New York acting mayor thinks she's God. Yeah, well, she certainly is authoritarian as all get out. Does anybody know what side? Here I am getting done talking about how it doesn't matter.
Right. But you can, it's precursors where you can, okay, you're right, I can kind of expect a base of this, and this. You're left, I can kind of expect a base of this, and this.
Short Fuse says National Guard will have to play bus drivers, teachers, doctors, nurses. Just wait.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a socialist dream.
Independent Mini says, I think they're starting to pay parents to drive to school here, too. That's the Seattle area roundabout. Huh.
Wow.
Exactly, Unspecified V. You sound fine, Tiff.
Oh, thanks. Well,
I was going to say, it's completely unnoticeable. I've never noticed a deviated septum.
My mom had told me when I was little that I would grow out of it and learn to talk in a way that it didn't sound so bad. And, boy, she was right. Stack it to the rafters.
Hey, amen, Kelly. Stack it to the rafters.
Stack it to the rafters.
That's right. Hey, take that to the bank. Huh?
Indeed.
That's right. So let's start, being more vigilant than ever around them grocery stores and comfortable transitional areas, especially getting in and out of vehicles or loading buggies, whatever we're doing. And maybe start grabbing some, I don't know what your level of, it's not my business or whatever, I'm not trying to talk about finances, but you have to talk about it because it's kind of a variable.
Oh, yeah.
And so, there's budget prepping. And that's just, getting ready for a bad storm, whether that be a political or civil or, hurricane,
Right.
So if you're balling on a budget, you know what I mean? The budget prepping would be like beans, rice, bags, 5-gallon buckets
spices.
for
Don't
storage.
forget spices, because you can only eat plain white rice for so long.
Right. And it's not like I'm about to share some website for freeze dried 25 years.
Right.
We don't really use
we are
that.
going to do a video about things that we learned from our recent experience with Hurricane Ida and the aftermath. As he says, Jesus tells us not to worry about anything we need. Focus on his blood that paid for your sins.
That's right.
Amen. That is absolutely case point, period.
Yep. So the way I was raised, God helps those who helps themselves as well.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. So you don't need to stack food or supplies. You really don't.
No,
the
you
way
really don't.
I look at it is we like to because food may not be for us, but it may be on somebody else's path.
That's right.
That God has led here or there or whatever. So we do it. It's something we enjoy doing.
We're called to do it.
Right.
And it's not just for us. It's for, worst case scenario, my mom, my dad,
right.
my brothers and my sisters, and my cousins and my brothers and my sisters' daughters. And, so it isn't just for me and mine or my children. It's is for,
For what we've got, which isn't
worst case
as much
scenario,
as some folks.
Hey.
Can't afford, but that's just it. If you can't afford it, don't worry. God's gonna have a plan for you. It just have faith and.
Night Ride Share, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. K9EMT, what's up, dude?
It'll be okay.
It's gonna be okay for sure, man.
It is.
Hey, and all honor, glory, and praise be to the Father.
Amen.
Praise Jesus. Thank you so much for this night and bringing everybody together. Hey, I pray that you guys will receive a blessing. And hey. Let's pick our attitudes up, have a good spirit.
Yeah.
Even though it's just absolutely crazy, it doesn't mean we have to be. So,
no, not at all.
I'm going to say y'all not crazy, especially if you're here on this channel. I think you see it, or you definitely see what we're talking about here. The reason for skepticism and trusting in the Father. And, hey, we love you. And I don't know, I guess that's about all I've got. In closing, thank you so much, Father.
Yes, sorry, I was reading.
Oh.
Absolutely. Canned chicken, stuff like Spam, if you can stomach it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry that you were ending
Balling on an ever-inflating budget? Hey, there's a thing. That's it. If you can do it.
Right. It's difficult.
Ian, what's up, dude?
And, food shortages, and so they're just, whew. And, we saw, too, the UK is having a ration on gas and stuff, so I don't know.
But not just UK. I think we're going. I'm not speaking none of it. I'm just saying from what I've heard. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't have the information to just show you guys.
Yep.
So there's the fuel we need to get information on.
Yes.
And fuel shortages. I want to find out more about the containers and Australia videos and evidence of what is going on. The totalitarian craziness, police state stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, over there anyway, guys. So that's probably a lot about what we'll have for next time. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Much love. We're out.
Good night.